with this, we'll move on to the next author, who's another, stalwart, if I may call her one. She's also a black belt. So, Aishani, yes, and that's Aishani Sengupta for you. And so, Aishani, tell me, what is your story about?
Now my story is about mistakes and how one mistake could lead to another. But it's also about keeping your hopes high. Because just as my main character, Mylene, was going through the worst times of her life, she then realized that maybe her life is much better than she thought it was. So I wanted to give people more hope about their lives.
To start looking at them positively.
Yes, ma'am.
And you also have a prehistoric civilization where she sort of enters, and how she travels through that civilization and then asks a lot of questions only to realize that her life is actually way better than she sees it as. So, Aishani, why don't you read us a part of your book, part of your story?
Yes, ma'am. Suddenly, something caught her eye. In the last paragraph of her book, something oddly strange was written. Something that most people would just ignore, thinking that it was free. But it brought tears to Mylene's eyes. Her eyes became so teary that her vision became blurry. Someone certainly wasn't chopping onions. The 6 words written there made Mylene realize that she could fix everything, even though they weren't her mistakes. Those 6 words were, "It can grant anyone 4 wishes." These words made Mylene realize that maybe her life didn't have to be so dull. Maybe she could feel her parents' love after all.
And here she's also trying to solve and correct her parents' mistakes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So can I give like a little giveaway here?
Yes, ma'am.
So the little giveaway here is that, when she tries to correct her parents' mistakes, and she gets some 5 wishes granted, and one of them is to correct her parents' mistakes. She realizes that if they hadn't made their own set of mistakes, she wouldn't have existed herself. So that was one. And so that's the level. And she actually has created a civilization. She enters that civilization, the main character enters that civilization, and how she solves for these 5 mistakes, only for this realization to occur, is amazing. It's a very, very well written and well thought out narrative, and also takes a little away from the main characters, also taken a little from, I think she's also been inspired by herself. So you can see, when you read about the main character, you'll also see read a little, you'll get to know Aishani a little better there. That's my understanding of Aishani, as well as her characters that she's drafted. So it's great work, Aishani. I was very, very, very proud of each of you and each of your work. And the way this has come out, the entire book, it's, I think, fabulous, absolutely.